These are the most haunted books to ever exist. In a monastery in Bohemia, a monk Hermann the Recluse broke his sacred vows and was punished by being locked inside a wall for life. But instead of accepting death, he made an offer. He would write a book in one night, a book containing all knowledge, history, medicine, magic, and every important secret he had learned in his life. But when the night began, he realized that he wouldn't finish it before sunrise. That's when he made a desperate choice. Legend says that he asked for help from none other than but the devil himself. He promised the devil his soul if the book was finished before the first light of morning. What happened after that, no one knows for sure, but the legend says the devil answered him, and the rest of the book was completed in a single night. Every page was clean, every line was perfect, just one smooth handwriting style from beginning to end. And according to the legend, the devil wrote the last 10 pages himself. Originally, the book has 320 pages, but now 310 pages remains. Those 10 pages are missing today. Someone removed them from the book, and in the middle of the book, the devil left a message, a full-page drawing of himself, a huge portrait. When the door finally opened, the monk was silent. The book was finished, and the Codex Gigas became known as the Devil's Bible. Even today, somewhere in the world, those 10 pages exist in someone's possession, but no one knows who holds them. In the early 1400s, a man named Abraham of Worms who traveled to Egypt and met a magician there. His name was Abramelin. Abramelin lived quietly, away from towns, and taught knowledge that was usually kept hidden. He gave him teachings, rules, and instructions. Abraham compiled all these negative knowledge and these rituals in one place. The magician revealed to him secret methods of magic, knowledge of otherworldly demonic powers, and rituals that go beyond this world. In this book you'll find strange topics and rituals such as how to bring dead people back to life, the location of hidden gold and treasures around the world, methods to contact spirits, ways to become invisible, and even magical techniques for flying. But the most terrifying knowledge it contains is the method by which one can contact and even control the demon within themselves. People who studied the book said the danger wasn't the ritual, but the danger was quitting halfway, because the text claimed that unwanted spirits would already be present. If you didn't finish, they stayed. There were attempts in Europe to perform the ritual. Most of them stopped before completion. One abandoned house in Scotland, Boleskine House, was linked to a failed attempt, and everyone who later lived there described the same thing. The place felt wrong, as if the house itself didn't want people inside. The original manuscript Abraham wrote is missing. Only copies exist. None are confirmed as the real one, and like every version says in the final lines, if you begin this, you must complete it. In the 1600s, a manuscript called the Orphan story was written by a Spanish monk. For 300 years, nobody published it because everyone who tried never finished. The first modern editor died before completing the translation. The second editor also died with the manuscript still open on his desk. A third scholar began preparing it for publication. He died too. None of the deaths were dramatic, just an unexplained pattern that became impossible to ignore. People started calling it the book that kills its editors, not because the text contained anything harmful, but because every attempt to release it ended the same way, incomplete. The manuscript stayed locked in archives for decades. No one wanted to be the next person to work on it. When it was finally published in 2018, the editor released a statement saying he kept expecting something to happen, but nothing did. Still, the pattern from the past created the legend. The Grand Grimoire is one of the oldest demonology manuscripts ever mentioned in Europe. Most historians place its first appearance sometime in the early 1700s. Nobody knows who wrote it, but every version points to the same thing. The book wasn't meant for studying demons, it was meant for calling them. The pages describe step-by-step methods to contact the devil himself, and it goes even further. It teaches how to summon a spirit named Lucifuge Rofocale, a figure said to be the devil's right hand in older demonology texts. The Grand Grimoire became so infamous that a story began spreading through Europe. According to one version of the story, the Vatican stepped in. They locked it away, sealed through a ritual, and placed it inside a secret restricted vault deep under Vatican City. Only a few people were allowed to know where it was kept, and even fewer were allowed to open the room where it was stored. Whether the Vatican actually has the book or not, one thing has always stayed the same. No one has ever produced an original copy. Only fragments, references, and warnings survive. John Dee, the famous scholar of Elizabeth time, was the first person known to try to decode this book. According to legend, he summoned an angel named Uriel, who told him that only someone truly worthy could decode the secrets of this book. John Dee had a collection of 3,000 books, and while none of the other books in his library were mysterious or illogical, this particular book was exceptionally enigmatic. After Dee's death in 1608, the book magically disappeared. For years it was believed to be lost, but in 1990 it magically reappeared in two places simultaneously, the British Library and the Bodleian Library, Oxford. To this day, the book remains in both locations. The language of this book is extremely strange. Every letter exists within a square in a grid-like format. Yet after years of failed attempts, the secrets of the Book of Soyga remained locked away. Scholars who studied the book in the 1990s discovered strange patterns within the grids, repetitions, sequences, and combinations that seemed almost alive. Some pages appeared to change depending on how one looked at them, as if the book itself were responding to the reader. Even computers, capable of analyzing patterns far beyond human ability, could not unlock the true meaning. Some researchers speculate that Soyga is not merely a book, but a key to knowledge that exists outside the normal bounds of human understanding. Others suggest that Dee's angelic communications were real, and that the book's secrets might only reveal themselves during specific celestial alignments, or to those who perform the proper rituals. And yet, centuries of seekers have come and gone, each leaving the book unchanged, as enigmatic as ever. It is a reminder that some knowledge, no matter how close it appears, may remain forever beyond human grasp, unless one is truly worthy.